When talking about the EASHL, there is one unfortunate fact, and it's been a fact throughout the entirety of that mode's existence, and that there is an issue with racist player names. Now, perhaps it's because there's just more of a spotlight on it recently, but it really has felt that throughout NHL 20's life cycle, this problem has never been worse. And perhaps that is because despite the reputation of Game Changers not doing anything, I'm happy to say, one of the people leading the charge here, myself, people like Owe, guys as well on Twitter like Jeff Fayette, there have been, who's not even affiliated with the program, but there have been certain people really kind of leading the charge of wanting to make a change here and snuff out what is not ultimately a joke, but what crosses the line from free speech and comedy towards hate speech. And I am certainly in no way ashamed to be fighting the good fight on this occasion. And of course, with everything going on, and of course in the world right now, in the United States as of this week, race is obviously a huge topic. And last night on stream, I was doing some online races on NASCAR Heat 4, a game we've been playing quite a bit of. And again, twitch.tv/Tukey24. Stream every night. The hours aren't great for everybody to watch, but of course you can watch the VOD as well the second the stream ends if you miss out. But point being, I was doing some online races, and I was in a party with a buddy of mine from Twitch, Crash Andrews. Check him out, of course, if you haven't. And that topic came up because on Twitter, daily, I get sent a handful, if not more, examples of racist names that I pass along to EA. And from there, they and Microsoft handle it because as of right now, there is no internal system in NHL 20 for, the users to be a little bit more proactive, as, it would be nice for them to be. That said, we got into the discussion as far as where is that line with the racist names, the situation right now and all of that. And I just wanted to put up the conversation that he and I had because I feel like, the conversation really did cover all aspects of it. So I just wanted to put this up here in its entirety. Again, if you ever see examples of racist player names, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. You can either tag me or DM me. My DMs are open. Of course, give examples of the player name itself or the team name, the gamer tag, and of course what console you're on. And I have no issue sending that along to my contacts at EA. Thankfully, the position I have as being a game changer, having direct line of contact with the people that make the game, I try to take advantage of it in every way I can, not just for franchise mode, but for all aspects of the game. So I hope you guys, kind of enjoy this, I guess. I don't know. But I just felt the need that I wanted this conversation that Crash and I had to not just be limited to a Twitch stream. I wanted to give that conversation a little bit more of a spotlight. So if you guys do end up watching this whole thing, I thank you. And in terms of the normal content, I will see you guys tomorrow. Drive clean. So do you also accept submission for sexist and homophobic names? Yeah. I mean, if I see stuff like that, I'll pass it along, and then it's up to them from there as far as, whether or not that crosses the line. So I'll text. I appreciate the follow, but were you not already following? Did you unfollow and then refollow again?
Oof.
I'm offended.
Uh-oh. That's a bad look. That's a bad look, Altex.
That is. I am offended. Just thinking about the racist names and stuff, and had an idea. I don't know if it's good or not. It could be a 3-strike system. If someone has a racist name, it's a 1-month ban. Anyone that plays with them in that game would get a week ban. If they have a racist name again, it's 6 months, and then the third time is permanent. Yeah? I mean...
If I can interject that too, I think if you get like that first strike and you don't change it within, say, a month, that should just go straight to third.
They have, if I'm not mistaken here, do not quote me on this, but I believe they have a way to change your name from their side of things. They might even have the ability to lock your player name and just make it so that you cannot customize your online player name, which would be tremendous. Just lock your name to Joe NHL. Or, the flip side, right. I think this has been discussed, not as a potential possibility, but, just have it be, if there's a racist name on the other side that's been reported, all anyone ever sees is Joe NHL. So you sit there and you think, like, oh, you, look at my funny name, but in reality, no one's ever seeing it. All they ever see you as is Joe NHL, and then everyone knows that you're a complete asshole.
Right.
So, like, there have been different ways that have been discussed, and again, it's tough for me.
Gosh.
No, being privy to some information, it's tough for me to sit here and just be like, okay, here's what I can and cannot say. But that's why I'm always just like, trust me, it has been talked about. They absolutely consider it one of the top priorities in terms of shutting it down. Which is sad because, again, I don't think a lot of people get this about, like, their window to develop the game. But if they take time to sort out this issue by adding systems to shut down these fucking racist 12-year-old twats, that takes time away from them being able to make other changes to the game that people want. So there's a very good chance, like, oh, this change could have happened in NHL, in the next game coming up, but there's a chance that's not going to happen now if they have, in fact, or do, whether or not it's upcoming or not, if they end up doing something about, the names and adding in a, new report system or whatever, that takes away time from other options. So it's
right,
like everyone loses.
Right, but devil's advocate, hey guys, look, we improved everything except for the racist names.
Fair. I think most people would probably accept that.
Well,
I see Deke Slayer typing in your chat. Deke, get in here. Sorry, I had to say that.
That's fine.
Altex, in terms of the tweet in terms of the tweet you tagged me in, am I cool with putting a racist on blast? Yes, but on the flip side, the counter argument could be made. Just let him toil away in complete obscurity because no one gives a fuck about him or who he is. I've never heard of him.
Yeah,
so you don't mean shit.
If somebody's got 75 likes. Oh, you saw that tweet with, like, the Chell God or whatever his name is?
I think that's what Altex just tagged me in.
Gotcha. Yeah, if you're gonna blatantly admit that you find racist names funny,
right,
but you have 75 followers, like,
I'm almost tempted to just let you toil away in obscurity where you belong.
But I bet if you check the analytics of that tweet, he's gotten
quite a few impressions.
1,000 to 2,000 impressions, yeah.
That's the issue, though, right? Deke, Junior Pens, and OG follow him on Twitter. Really? Deke, get in this party and explain yourself.
Yeah.
Deke
Slayer's on trial now.
I hate racism, and I'm also a free speech absolute. It's my belief that you should be able to express yourself in any way you want. I disagree. My opinion on free speech is you have the right to say what you want, but there's a fine line between free speech and hate speech. And if you're Canadian, I agree. If you're, free speech is if you want to make your gamer tag or your player name fuck this politician, sure. If you want to make your gamer tag, or if you want to say on Twitter, I wish I could shoot this politician, Jesus Christ, well, I don't know who I just hit, but
he could become president of the United States based on his tweets.
Right. Like I said, there's just a fine line between free speech and hate speech that I think a lot of people, where that line is interesting, or where that line is differentiates between people, but for me, making your player name the N-word because no, that's not free speech. That's being a twat, and it's closer to hate speech, so go fuck yourself. That's my opinion, at least. Controversial, I know. Fuck racism. Boy, what a controversial stance I have, I know. But, like, well, apparently, I mean, shit, look who got elected based off of fucking hate speech, so hey, why not? Apparently it is a controversial opinion to say, hey, you're racist, go fuck yourself. Well, just because you make your name the N-word in NHL doesn't mean you're a racist. If that's the stance you want to take to counteract my argument, you go right ahead and I will let you wear that like a badge of honor. You go right ahead and have that be your argument in response. Feel free. Just to do a little rant of my own there, pal. How are you?
I have exactly 0 arguments to the last 2 minutes of your stream.
Fair enough.
I have many arguments to the last stream, seeing as how I'm 12th in a game where you can just beat the hell out of every car on the road, but right. Here we are.
Like, for me, if someone... So I forget, like, who it was, but someone someone sent me a name today. What the hell was? Oh, it was essentially Pussy Farts was their player name in NHL. And someone's like, "Do I have a problem with that?" Me, I can just look at that person. Bagel, enough with the gifted subs. Fuck's sake. You know.
I feel so insignificant right now.
My God, Bagel, you're insane. To that point, though, let me finish this before I get back to calling Bagel an asshole for giving me money.
Wow.
Like, at the end of the
He's
day,
helping you with your real job. I don't understand what the problem is here.
I know. At the end of the day, like, I can just look at immature names of a fucking sexual nature or whatever as, like, whatever. Like, I'm not offended by that. I'll still send them to EA, and if they want to make actions on them, cool. But, like, no, New York, his name was literally what I said it was. You know. Like, I can just look past those names and be like, okay, this person's just a tool. Like, but hey, if that's your humor, then fuck it. Who am I to tell you what the hell you think is funny and what isn't? Whatever. But yeah, I mean, I guess I can look past those names. Sam, I fucking hate you for doing that to that person because I was about to pass you on the outside, you miserable bitch. Anyway.
Uwe just tried to take a quarter of this race backwards. It was fun to watch.
Fair enough. So, I don't know. If there's anything else to be said on that subject, sure. But yeah, Bagel, I love you. Thank you. As well.
There's just something about this game where you can go to one mode and unlock all the mascots, and go to another mode and risk reading some of the worst racism and sexism and...
Yeah.
It's just and there's... Like, I get in the instruction booklet, I'm sure it says not responsible for online content. I don't think that's enough.
I agree. I mean, I agree. Popcorn Chicken just mentioned this too. And it's, you know, it's a cliche, but freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences, and that's true. I mean, yeah, you have the right to say something, but, you know, like,
you don't have the right to not face the consequences of whatever you just said.
Right, you have the right to say whatever you want. If I decide that what you said was worth me taking a swing at you, then hey, that's my right. You know?
And you're left.
Right.
Hey.
Good one. So, I mean, just, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's just... I am not a big fan of people, particularly in my home country of the United States, always trying to hide behind the freedom of speech bullshit. I'm just not a fan of it. People try to use and abuse that to act maliciously or in unnecessary ways that, you know. The problem is we are now very much in the age of meme culture, based especially off of who the president is. So that's also a very fucking big issue right now is, you know, God forbid you take a stance of racism's bad and then all of a sudden someone will be like, oh, but you're a snowflake, and then it just devolves into nothing. Like, there's no conversation anymore. It's just people, holy fucking shit, someone just did a kickflip. And I just got hip-checked into the pit. Well, there goes my second place finish. Alright, well, this race is over.
No,
I literally just got hip-checked into the fucking pit with 2 laps left. Oh, God.
So, Deke, how was your shower?
It's everything I thought it could be.
Fair enough.
I love it.
I'm just here to play race cars.
I'm so mad about
Are you a warm shower guy or are you a cold shower guy?
Whatever melts my skin off.
Why do you sound like Architect right now?
Probably because I'm slouching in my chair and just
eating Cheetos.
You know, eating
wow.
Cheetos. And,
shots fired.
But there's nothing wrong with eating Cheetos. What are you talking about?
Definitely isn't. Oh wait, I normally randomize, but if you want to run Talladega, I'm okay with it. I want everyone in here to be a sub. Well, Bagel, if you keep going at the pace you're going at, you're going to accomplish your goal. Jesus Christ. AJ, I did miss it. I'll text you, ask her. Altex is mad that you followed somebody specifically. Bagel with another gifted sub. He is now up to
How the hell am
132.
I supposed to know?
Bagel with
So
another
here's-
gifted
here-
sub.
Sorry, I'm not a
So
goddamn mind reader. Shut up.
Oh, he's still mad. He's just kidding.
Calling me out in somebody else's chat. Don't do that.
Amazing.
Bad L-text. Spray bottle. No, here's how you fix that. You hey, I send him a message and say, hey, I want to follow you, but are you a blatant racist? And if they say yes, you don't follow them. I don't get how hard that is.
Bagel with another gifted sub.
I'm gonna
Jesus
ban
Christ.
Bagel from my stream.
Oh god, 50 drop on the 100 bits. I think the correct way to go is that alone the perfect world solution is simultaneous. Race wants to talk. He's got every right, but he also has the right to be broadcast. I disagree. I vehemently disagree, 50, with the if a racist wants to talk, he has every right to talk. I disagree. You have the right to talk about whatever you want. You can be a racist and talk about how much you fucking enjoy puzzles. But if you're gonna start spewing those viewpoints, you can kiss my ass. You know. Your right to talk quickly disappears based off of what subject matter you're talking about.
On
So
a
I
scale
disagree.
of 1 to 10, how much do you love puzzles, Tugi?
They're solid. Puzzles are good.
Like an 8?
Ah, like a 6.
that's not solid. That doesn't solve. What are you talking about?
Solid 6 out of 10.